What's going on? I'm CJ Balla, and in this guide, I'm going to teach you how to get results like this. Stay tuned. What's going on? I am CJ Balla, and I too am a Shinobi main. I'm here to teach you how to play Shinobi. Okay, we recently got nerfed in the recent patch, so our quad dash has been taken away. So what's most important right now is for you guys to know how to play Shinobi, what you need to do, what situation, so every game you have a game plan. Every game you know what you're looking for, you know what your job is, and things like that. So what better to teach you than literally in the role, because every character is going to be gunning for you because you're an easy kill just to mark up that one score. So what are we doing? What is Shinobi? Right now in the current position, Shinobi is a support character. Okay, he's not an all-star. You can probably, outplay some people, but right now you are a support character. Your job is to protect your team. The mobility that you have is to get better positioning. It's to maybe outplay one person, but your job is to support your team. That's how you're gonna rack up your kills. That's how you're gonna get your team to fight better. You're gonna have to understand when fighting a certain character what to do and what not to do. So that's something that you're gonna have to learn. But right now, as we stand, we are support. We cannot be in front of people all the time. All right, our secondary job is to 1v1. Okay, we are partially an assassin with our heavies, so our heavies and our ranged. And third, if someone's leaving the team fight, our job is to take care of that dude. Okay, if we have to run across the team fight, absolutely not. But if he's low health and he's running to, one of the points, you could possibly get there just before he gets that first or second tick of health. And there's your 1v1. So we are team fight oriented. Okay, that's number one, team fight oriented. So how do we approach every team fight? So it's clear we have something that no one else in the game that has. We have a ranged heavy, a ranged attack. Okay, so what our job is to support our team, use our range, poke. How do we poke with our range? We're gonna poke with our ranged heavy. We're gonna throw it whenever our allies need it. We're either gonna throw it for damage. So he's got a gun for me. See, we can't keep having that. So we're gonna hit on their recovery frames. Whenever they're doing movements and they're wide open, he's running. We want to take care of him. Because trust me, everybody's gonna be gunning for you, just like that. You at full health is just like them at half. You're the lowest health of the game. Your escapes have been destroyed. So now you're trying to, supplement that by not being, the most juiciest of targets. Okay. So everyone's gonna gun for you. You already have your mobility cut. So right here, team fight, cool beans. We want to throw it whenever they're throwing an attack. That's the recovery frame. So he's throwing an attack, bam. I keep my ally from getting hurt. All right, hopefully. In 1v1 situations, you should be able to get your way out through there. If one person is low, oh wow. If one person is low, then you definitely want to take out that person. We still have our regular dash. Use that, use that as much as possible. So we've already gone over attacking, our allies whenever they're doing their recoveries. We want to attack them during their animations as well. All right. See, you want to make sure you nail. You're gonna secure kills from now on. I know some people may think, you know, chaosing and whatnot, but this is what they forced us to play. This is what we have now. All right, you can attack on damage. Bam, keep them from. See, support your allies. That's what you do now, and in return, you know. There you go. In return, you know, they'll support you. They'll help you. Now, what else do we have in our kit? Essentially, you're punishing them for every single thing that they do. You're going to be punishing your opponent for every single thing that they do. Okay. Now, we also have our ranged grapples. This is very situational because it could put you in a bad situation. What you want to do is make sure you can get a good grab on somebody, but you mostly want to. Oh God, Tiandi, dude, Tiandi, you're still strong. So mostly, what you want to do is you want to grab them whenever they're either doing a finisher, whenever they're wide open. Whenever they're wide open, let's say if they're out of stamina or something like that. Ooh, oh no, that's what you want to get them. Or if they're in revenge, yes, you grab them if they're in revenge. A lot of people ask, why are you grabbing revenge? Revenge is time based, okay? When is revenge at its worst? Whenever it's run out. All right, so we definitely want to take a 1v1. This is actually bad for us. There we go. Now we can punish. See all this free damage that we're getting? All right, this could be very bad. We want to keep him at bay. Our homie's the all-star. We got to make sure he's doing good. All right, this is no good for us. All right, now here's another situation that you're gonna be in a lot. Okay, whenever you're fighting, and you know it's a 2v1, you either want to make sure that you're able to fight on par with whoever you're fighting with, so you're able to fight your opponent very effectively, or you could have this option. If your opponent is someone who's, you know, fairly solid, a good frontliner, okay, we know who our vanguards are, if we know who our frontliners or our tanks are. So Shigoki, Law, those guys are the ones that you're really going to want to stand back, let them do their thing, okay? Because Shigoki has some wide swings, and with your low health, you can see how much health has gone downhill. You can definitely see how much health is gone. Oh, is this beat on Shinobi Day? Whoa. It does not take 3 people. So you want to let those guys do what they do because they have very, very long swings. Now, also do that with Raider. Raider's swings are ridiculously crazy, especially if the dude is throwing nothing but lights. You don't want to be in there, okay? If he throws his heavy, that hurts you too. So what do you do with those situations? You back up. You let them have a 2v1. You poke with your heavy. Now you're going to have to do that, you know, as effective as possible. You do not want your opponent to get the best of you. All right, seize low health. My job is to take this dude down. You know, well, we recently just, wow, our chase is bad, but we still have it. All right. Oh, they're gonna jump me right again, I swear. All right, my homie can take him. If they're gonna gun for you like that, oh my God, they really are gonna. Try to pull one away. Catch the 1v1. You're better in a 1v1 than you are. Jesus. Ooh, that's a good kill. Nice. Nice. So that's what you want to do. With your heavy, catch them in their revenge. You want to stall that time. You want to throw your range guard break. Bring them over, especially if they're like fresh into it, and then bring them on the ground. If you cannot get a good guard break off of it, then all you have to do is just bag up. Bag up. Poke with your range. Poke with your range. See? See how they have to change? And the more your allies notice that you're protecting them, the more they're willing to, take advantage of that. All right, he's in revenge. I'd rather have him with me than my allies. I'm gonna grab him over. Oh, he's just gonna spam that. All right. So there you go. You gotta go after the dude who literally is full health. That's crazy. Zone. He's dead. Give him a range. Give him a heavy. Oh. Oh, they took away my backflip, but he can do that. Ooh. Ooh wee. So that is how you're gonna play Shinobi in the team fights, okay? That's what your goal. So let's recap. Let's go over it. 10-6, best in the team. Let's go. So let's go over it. Let's go over it real quick, and then we'll go with the 1v1s, okay? So when you're in a team fight, your objective going into the game, you're supporting your team. You support your team. All right. Whenever your teammate is in a 2v1 or it's a 2v2 and you are not, ready to fight those two, then have it be a 2v1. You poke with your range from the side. You hit them. You always swing during their recovery frames. Now, what is recovery frames? Whenever they throw an attack on the way for that attack to hit, that's your recovery frame. When your opponent is doing an animation, that is your, where it's like a long animation or whatever, that is a recovery frame. If your opponent's doing an execution or is stumbled, that is a recovery frame. So you want to use those windows to throw your ranged heavy. If you're close enough, throw your regular heavy. Just get that big damage in, okay? If you're really, really close, which you shouldn't be, you should not be close enough to throw your lights. But if you're really close, double light them, backflip. You have to get away. You need to get away, all right? Now, whenever your opponent has gotten into revenge, range grapple them, get them away if your allies are really, really weak, or get them away, drop them down, and do your bleeds now, or the sickle rain. The reason why you want to do that is you want to waste as much time as possible. If they've been in it for a while, it could score you a kill. If they're ranged for a couple seconds, throw your range, grab them, bring them to you, bring them down, bam, 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 and then the bleeds will either kill them or they'll die because of the heavy that comes with doing the sickle rain in the beginning. All right. So now that we've done that, let's talk about 1v1s. In 1v1s, what you want to do is you want to drain your opponent. Drain your opponent. I don't care if you have to throw a bajillion kicks. I don't care. You need to drop their stamina, okay? Now, remember, every kick guarantees a ranged heavy. Every kick guarantees a range heavy, except for your front flip, your front roll kick. So if you range and then front roll and then you do a back flip, that doesn't guarantee heavy. But a regular basic dash kick gives you a heavy. So that's gonna help you get yourself into, you know, a better situation, drop down to health and whatnot. So now after you've drained their health, you throw all sorts of lights. You throw your lights, you try to get your best mix-ups that you can to guard break them, okay? This is the way you're gonna have to fight all of them. Now, remember, you are a counter and, you know, a counter champion. You are meant to, you know, deflect and, you know, parry. Focus on your deflects and your parries. Get your max punish. When you deflect the light, get your heavy into your lights. You know, you have to deal as much damage as possible in a short amount of time. Now understand, these are 1v1s. If you're doing dominions, you are not entitled to take forever. You need to go as fast as possible. Check your map. A lot of people don't say that. Check your map, because more than likely somebody will be coming your way. And on a bunch of my clips, there you go, bam. And on a bunch of my clips, you'll definitely, you know, notice that I'll always try to check my map, make sure someone's coming. You'll see like angles where I'm looking, I'm turning, my camera's turned all the way around or whatnot, because you will die very, very easily. Anybody's heavy, it can easily chunk you to a quarter or half your health. See, he's low. You want to be able to take care of him. Now, secure objectives, you know, when possible. You're gonna be the most, you know, your champion's gonna be moving a lot. You're gonna realize this play style is kind of fun. Nope. Throw this on, back up. See where he's coming from. Throw a range because it's just a bad move to do. Boom. Punish. He's out of stamina. Throw your lights. Throw your lights. Cause little nugget for you getting this far, a little nugget is to show you that if you are throwing your lights, if you're throwing your lights and they have a bleed on them, you could possibly, you know, bring the health down from them blocking all the time. Wow, that's a long range for it to be homing. If you have a bleed on them and they need to, they need to block, you could possibly get it low enough to where that bleed covers the rest of their health, and then that's, you know, how I got that kill. So that's what you want to, you know, focus on. Use everything in your kit. When you light spam like that, you can definitely, you know, knock that down. If they block, it can knock it down. But that's only if you have a bleed. That's only if you have a bleed. If not, then, you know, you just, nope. Now my ally has the better fight. There you go. All right, slow. My job is to take this dude down. Cool beans. He has to defend himself. Now, when you're in this situation, ooh. Oh man. Switch kick. Oh no! The goddamn minion! Did I hit a minion? Yo, I hit a minion. All right. Anyway, when you're in that situation, and if they're trying to figure out what the heck you're gonna do, just zone the crap out of them. Throw your zone. They're always gonna think you're gonna throw a light or something. You're gonna throw a light, maybe a heavy. I don't know. Just zone. I swear they just die. I don't know why. They don't think, oh, Shinobi's zone is good enough to throw. So if they're low health, 2v1. All right, 2v1. Go there. Just throw your zone. Ah, rip. That would have double ticks on heals. I'd rather make sure my teammates doing good over here. Try to keep him from hurting my other teammate. Understand, you're gonna be targeted all the time, okay? That's just how it is. Cool beans. All right, so he's gonna flash revenge. Ooh, my teammates actually doing very well. So doing very well. I'm gonna poke him. See, you try to waste as much time as you can off them. I gotta secure this because our allies right here. So that's pretty much what your 1v1s. You want to attack while they're you want to get their stamina low, attack them while their stamina is low, punish them as much as possible, and you know, hopefully hit your heavy somewhere in there. You don't have to, but hey man, best option is, ooh, got him. There you go. There it is. Back up, because I know he's definitely not gonna like me anymore. Oh my god, he can hit me in midair. I was still flying. Oh man. That hurt so bad. So now that we've gone over that, you know how to fight 1v1s and things like that. Let's talk about whiffing. Let's talk about messing it up, okay? I need my allies to come help me. I've helped them so much. That range is crazy. Ooh, good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm probably done, but ooh, I'm probably done on that one. All right, so let's talk about whiffing. All right, let's talk about making bad plays for good results. Okay, now that you've made it this far, you are going to learn something huge. I've never even heard of any shinobi talking about this or teaching this or something like that. I've heard any shinobi teach it. All right, we're gonna talk about whiffing your moves in team fights, throwing them because you know it's a bad move, throwing them because you know it's a bad move. Oh my god, I gotta get him. I gotta get him bad. I gotta get him right here. All right, Alex gonna come. I'm gonna watch. Basically, I gotta let my ally come in. Nope. I wish I did that a little bit faster. I wanted to save the ally. I wanted to save my ally and then have my ally come in. So let's talk about whiffing. Whenever you are throwing your range and your opponent catches it and knocks you down, of course you're open. You're wide open, right? Don't do this all the time. But if your ally's right there, they have a fast enough move or prepping a heavy or something like that, especially if they're doing a heavy, and you know those heavies take forever, what you want to do is you want to throw your range. You want your opponent to catch it so that they take that heavy. Look at all his attacks that he's throwing. I didn't get my deflect? Hello? What? I clearly caught it. I didn't get my deflect. Ripperoni. So throw your ranged heavy. Whenever they catch it and they pull you, or your range guard break, when they pull you, it opens it completely. That animation opens them up, and most of their thought is, I'm going to punish him by throwing my heavy. Okay, that's the thought. I'm gonna throw my heavy. Usually, now with your opponent, with your ally already throwing a heavy, they get a nice clean hit, right? A nice clean attack in. All right, don't do it all the time, especially if you're on comms or something like that. You're talking with you actually are in voice chat. That helps you so much. You know, it helps your opponent your allies get real good kills, opens your opponent up, especially the animation where they're actually trying to pull, your allies get hit, and you can have your ally dish out a lot of damage, especially if someone who does a boatload of damage like Shigoki's heavy. Oh my gosh, that helps. And then another one is another way to get a good action off of whiffing is throwing your ranged heavy to slingshot you. I know it sounds ridiculous. I know it sounds dumb. I know it sounds off, but there are so many times where you can get a placement, and sometimes you got to get there really fast, or you're trying to, you know, just straight up get a good position for your heavy. Coming out of your roll, your heavy for the sickle rain is so smooth and it's so awesome. So what you want to do is you want to throw your range heavy. You're not really in range, you're not really outside, you're not really close enough to hit anything. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to target anyone that's around a certain target. So if your opponent's getting ganked, your allies getting ganked, or your opponent's low and you know they're turtling or whatever, you could swing in there, slingshot you're in there, throw your range, come in, and then as soon as you come in, throw your heavy. All right. The reason why your sickle rain is really solid is because your allies get a free hit. The damage, I believe, is reduced because of how it is or whatever. But if your allies do not attack, their damage, your allies' damage is reduced because they get this sweet hit. If they, you know, hit as your sickle rain is over, I believe they do full damage. So as they're ready, they throw their heavy whenever you're doing your last one, and then bam, they get the full damage. But if your ally, you know, is a little bit hasty or whatever, most of the time they're gonna do it during the first hit or the second hit. But notify whoever you're playing with, throw your heavy on at the last one, because at the last one it'll either hit while I'm doing it, or if you're off, it'll hit after and it'll do full damage. So your sickle rain is a really good tool. It used to be amazing back in the day because it used to be whenever you have them down, anybody could hit. So they nerfed it because it was so strong. You know, you're using it as crowd control. Okay. Now, what makes your sickle rain super good when ganking is you could slingshot yourself and then throw a heavy, and your opponent has to react, and sometimes it's just bad for them. But even if you're out of stamina, if you're low stamina and you catch them and you bring them down, you know, your allies can have a hit. So that's what helps you so much whenever you're trying to, you know, single a person out or just dish out some solid damage, get the bleeds in, and then you can light them and stuff like that. So that's whiffing. That's pretty much whiffing all your moves. You want to just kind of use your abilities for a certain reason rather than, you know, I just throw a range or whatever. So this was the guide for you guys. I have a few more tips. Let me know if you like it. Hit the thumbs up. Let me know if you went all the way through. This information is so crucial for you to play Shinobi. So you guys, please be safe and careful. Have an awesome time and go kick some keister with my favorite champ. I love you guys. All you Shinobi mains. You deserve all of this information. I'll check you guys later.